So welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to, you just can't have lotion on in this house. So today we're going to talk about, that's enough. Like, today we're going to talk about cattle dogs and their biggest enemy of the household, the monster known as the vacuum. So cattle dogs and vacuum cleaners. This was asked, okay, quit licking me so much. We're doing videos. That's too much kissing, because I know what you eat in the yard. So one of the viewers were asking, stop it. So a viewer asked about cattle dogs and vacuum cleaners and how to get them used to it. I believe it was Harold, maybe. Hopefully that's right. I'm a terrible YouTuber. I forgot to write down the name before I started this video. But that got me digging through some old videos of Sully because I knew I recorded something of him with a vacuum, so we're gonna talk about how I get my dogs used to the vacuum cleaner. So if you own cattle dogs or if you watch them online, you see that a lot of them go after the vacuum and go into attacking mode, and they get really hyped up and crazy after it. You know, it's a loud, scary moving machine that they want to herd. So the way I start introductions with the vacuum cleaner with my dogs, I just vacuum. I turn it on and I see how they respond. This is a clip of Sully's first experience with the vacuum cleaner. Yeah, it's fine. Hey, come here. It's all right, okay? I have to clean the floor. Oh, I know, it's a vicious vacuum cleaner. You'll be, no, it's fine. We're gonna take a breather. Oh, I know. Hey, come here and sit with me next to it for a minute. Come here. No, shh. It's a vacuum cleaner. I know, it's fine. Take a chill pill for a minute. You're one of them cattle dogs, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I know, you girls are like, man, we didn't even react that bad. I know, I'm vacuuming up your stink. Sully, hey, it's fine. And I think this would be the time to put him in his crate for a minute to chill out, since this is his first exposure, because I'm never gonna get the freaking floors done with him doing what he's doing. Yeah, I know. You know, every dog's gonna react differently, and that's just how he reacted the first day. I mean, he never heard it before. I couldn't get him to calm down around it, so I put him in his crate. So there's a couple of things you could do to get them used to it. Sometimes I just turn it on, let it run a little bit and turn it off. I will put them in their crate, which is what I eventually did with Sully, is I just kept him in the crate, and I would vacuum close by him. I wouldn't bring the vacuum totally up to his crate, but I would just let him get used to the noise and let him see what I was doing. Sometimes sitting with them in your lap right next to the vacuum cleaner while the vacuum is off can help. That didn't work very well with Sully, but there's different things like that you can do to help get them used to being around a vacuum cleaner. I know I see a lot of people online where they will just let their cattle dog go nuts and continuously just go crazy and attack that vacuum cleaner, where it works them up to a, I'm not sure how to describe it, like it's just a really bad frenzy of let's kill this thing. And you know, the way I train them to stop hurting the vacuum cleaner and going crazy on it is to literally stop the vacuum cleaner, turn it off, tell them leave it. In Sully's case, I try to tell him to come over to my side, like over here is like the command I use, so he comes over to my side where he doesn't go crazy nuts over it. That's another reason I'm so for crate training. It's a safe place for them when you're trying to introduce things like the vacuum to them, you know. But anytime I'm like sweeping or vacuuming, I always stop and tell them either leave it or over here, depending on the dog and the situation and how crazy they're being. But leaving them in the crate is probably like my main thing I do. while I'm vacuuming around the crate. I can't talk, you know, words are hard. So the second time I vacuumed with him when he was a puppy, I just left him in the crate. I put him in there with some cookies, and he did perfectly fine with me just vacuuming. So by the third time I vacuumed when he was a baby, this is what happened. Do you want to sit out here with us for the vacuum? So you're not screaming and having a fit like you used to. Still scared of it though, aren't you? That's okay. That's okay. That's a good boy, yes. You didn't attack it or anything. Who's my good dog? You're doing so much better. See, it's still scary though, isn't it? It makes loud noises, huh? You're okay. You're doing good, buddy. You're doing so good. Good boy. I know it sounds like it's dying because it probably is, but you're doing so good. Yes, you are. So he was a lot calmer already on the third time of this evil creature coming up to suck up all the hair off the floor, you know. He wasn't completely like okay with it. I mean, we still had little moments here and there, but he started learning that if he just sits off in a spot while I'm vacuuming, he can just sit there and watch from a distance, just like the girls do. The girls usually sit on the couches when I'm vacuuming and they just watch the vacuum. Now, even though my cow dogs do really, really well with vacuums and brooms and such, there are still moments they still try to herd them. Miss Clea back here, she loves to go after our microfiber mop that I use for whether I'm dusting or just trying to clean up mud or whatever. There's a short clip video on the channel of her actually doing it, but she's really good. It's kind of like a game we play now where she gets to herd the mop and I tell her leave it and she leaves it. So she knows that once I say leave it, we're kind of done with it. And if I tell her to go lay down, she listens perfectly well to, you know, let mommy do what mommy needs to do. And Sully will still once in a while go after the vacuum as well, but I still continue to tell him to leave it and to be over here by my side. But most of the time he just kind of goes to his own spot and just sits there and watches the vacuum cleaner. So cow dogs are very capable of becoming okay with vacuum cleaners. It just kind of takes patience and time and trying and talking them through it. Silver used to be one of those cow dogs that just went absolutely nuts over the vacuum cleaner. It took me a long time to get her used to it because back then I didn't even think about using the crate, you know, because my dog training skills weren't up to par back when I first got her. So learned a lot along the way with cattle dogs, but that would be like my best advice is to keep them in a crate where they can see the vacuum cleaner and get them used to it that way. And if they still go ballistically crazy, I would just keep them in the other room or a crate, whichever you decide, so you can actually vacuum your house. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing little snippet videos of Sully when he was a baby. I still can't believe he was ever that small because it feels like it went so fast I can barely remember it. And as always, remember to click all the buttons and we will see you next time. Bye. Say, look how big you are. How are you ever a tiny puppy? You're such a big boy. Gypsy, will I ever get my chair back? She says, only if I get to sit in your lap, Mom. Those are the conditions.